Sawadee-ka! Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen! So I just went to Thailand and I brought stuff back. Now many people have asked me previously, hey, when I go to Thailand, what should I bring back? Like what's some cool food stuff that's hard or impossible to find outside of Thailand? Well, to help give you some ideas, let me show you my Thailand haul. So there are 4 categories of things that I generally look for: snacks, ingredients, cooking equipment, and body care. Let's start with the biggest and most important category of all, the snacks. First up, I want to share with you my newest addiction. These are crispy chilies. They're basically chilies chips. This is a newer snack that's only come into popularity in the past couple of years, and they are so good. Basically, dried chilies are fried until crispy. There's a thin batter of flour and sesame seeds and seasoning. These green things are magrut lime leaves, which are also really good. You hear how crunchy that is? And if you're wondering if it's spicy, it is. It's not so spicy that like I can still eat this straight up like snacks, but it's definitely not something that I can just sit and finish this back in one sitting. It does build eventually. You can eat it straight up. I like to put it on rice, on pasta, on instant noodles. You can put it in a sandwich. I mean, this stuff is just good on anything. Banana chips. Now, you might be thinking, I can get banana chips anywhere. But they're not the same, not like the ones in Thailand. This so far as plain one goes, is my all-time favorite. I just discovered it this trip and it is like so good. Crunchy, perfectly sweet. I don't know what kind of banana it is, it doesn't say, but it's very good. Halfway between savory and dessert, which is that perfect spot. And it's so crunchy and it doesn't stick in your teeth as much. You know, some banana chips, it's like half of it is in your teeth. This one doesn't do that quite as much. It's very dry and thoroughly crispy. Highly recommended. This one I have shared before on the channel because it's a favorite and it still is. They are banana chip sandwich cookies and the filling is a sweet and sour tamarind chewy filling. You can taste the coconut milk in the filling because they use the coconut milk to cook the tamarind. And it's just, there's nothing quite like it. It's crunchy and chewy in the middle, a little sweet, a little tart. This can do some serious harm because it's very hard to stop. My son's new favorite thing, crispy seaweed sandwich. Yes, you heard that right. It's a seaweed sandwich in a sense that there's a thin layer of nuts and seed sandwiched between 2 sheets of seaweed. I've seen a similar thing sold at the Asian store here, but it's not nearly as good as the one that I got in Thailand. Isn't it always so disappointing how little stuff these things always have in the bag? It is so good. It feels so wholesome. It feels like you can finish a whole bag and you haven't done anything bad. You know how like seaweed, it's really good, but it's unsatisfying because it's so light and it feels like you're not really eating much substance. This solves that problem. Gives you chew, gives you crunch, gives you substance, but it still tastes like seaweed. It's brilliant. Something a little more traditional. These are kanom ping. They are coconut cookies that melt in your mouth. I have a recipe for this if you want to DIY, but if you're in Thailand, you can buy this at any supermarket. And because they're made of tapioca starch, that's the secret to them melting in your mouth. You don't barely have to chew it. So you chew them a little bit first to break it up. And then you just hold it in your mouth and it just kind of dissolves into this coconutty, creamy thing. There's nothing quite like it and I love it. This is a plain one. They also sell ones with black sesame seeds. And what I like about this size also is they make great little souvenirs. Like if you've got 15 coworkers, instead of buying those, you know, elephant keychains that nobody uses, you can get them each a little bag or 2 of these and they will love it. For the more adventurous eater, you might want to try a seafood-based snack. So this is crispy squid, it says, but it's not crispy anymore because I've had this for quite a while. I was controlling myself, saving it so that I can show you because I could have easily finished this in 5 minutes. So this is dried squid that's been pressed into a thin sheet, and then it's got a sweet chili sauce on it. It's sweet, spicy, chewy, very savory. And just FYI, it will perfume the room with dried squid smell. Just saying. The smell of Thailand. It's not crispy anymore, but it's still good. It'll turn from crispy to chewy, which is still like good on its own, which is a great thing about these. Is like it hasn't gone bad if it's not crispy anymore. So good. Like squid jerky. Squid jerky. That's it. This is it. Possibly my favorite is Thai flavors of familiar snacks. I'm talking about potato chips, pretzel sticks, just stuff at like a 7-Eleven, but in Thailand, we're very creative with our flavors. So for example, this is Lay's potato chips, but every year they come up with a brand new flavor that may or may not last, so you gotta get it while you can. This is Hat Yai fried chicken flavor. Hat Yai fried chicken is our famous fried chicken for which I have a recipe. You should totally make, I'll link it below. But they made a fried chicken version of it. And it's only available at 7-Eleven, by the way. First, the smell test. With these creative flavors, I'm always like, okay, how well does it capture the thing that it's trying to capture? You know, like if you didn't tell me, I might be like, oh, there's a really familiar smell, but I can't put my finger on it. Let's see. Well, it doesn't taste like fried chicken. I think, they got the smell, like, okay. Like I got the fried shallots, I got like the fried chicken smell. But you know, it's potatoes, it's not chicken. But it's good. Is it good? Yes. Would I eat it again? Yes, absolutely. So there you go, but it's something that I always want to try. This one is a classic. You can find this all the time. Nori flavor. Not particularly Thai, but you can't find that here. It's not my favorite. This was sent to me as a gift, but some people really, really love it. Pretz, which I think is available mostly at Asian grocery stores, but you can find all sorts of flavors of Pretz. But in Thailand, you get the Tom Yum Goong flavor and the Lab flavor, both of which, yes, that's right, Tom Yum Goong flavor and Lab flavor, both of which are very, very good. The Lab one especially, I remember the first time I had it years ago, I was shocked at how well they can capture the Lab flavor. I took one bite and I was like, what? So good. Look at this. You can almost see the toasted rice powder coating the stick. Yeah, it's sour, it's spicy, it's got that toasted rice flavor. This is amazing. By the way, if any representative from Kuliko is watching, it is not larb, it is lab without the R, please, and thank you. Let's try the Tom Yum Goong one. I haven't tried this for a while, actually. It's very good. It's not as like in your face OMG Tom Yum flavor nearly as the Lab one. Still a legitimately tasty snack. This I get because it's such a nostalgic snack for me. They've been around for as long as I've been alive, so it must be at least 40 years old. And they're sweet potato chips coated in caramel. So tasty. And the packaging hasn't changed since that time. It still looks exactly the same as I remember it. It's very sweet, so it's definitely a sweet snack, but man, so good. If you ever wish potato chips could be like a sweet snack, this is your answer right here. Next, cooking ingredients. Now, I can get most things that I need to cook Thai food here, but there are some things that need to be manually imported. Scented coconut milk. This coconut milk has been smoked with an aromatic floral candle, which gives some Thai desserts their iconic, totally irreplaceable flavor. I have never actually smelled it before. This is the first time I've bought it. Let's see how good it smells. Oh yeah, that's exactly it. My brother lives in LA and he can get the candle and he's brought me the candle, but there's a trick to using the candle. Just because you have it, that doesn't mean you're gonna get it right. And I have struggled with getting it right before, like it smells too smoky or something. I don't know what the trick is, but if you buy it, like this is exactly the flavor you're going for and they obviously know what they're doing. So, very, very happily surprised. This is a big one. Good palm sugar. So as I discussed in my guide to palm sugar video, all commercially available palm sugar is mixed with various degrees of white sugar, okay? Even if the one that you have says 100% palm sugar like mine does here, that is a lie. That is not true 100%. Now, I have found that exported ones tends to be generally worse. They tend to have a lot more white sugar mixed in. So when I'm in Thailand, even the ones that's widely available at a regular supermarket tends to be better quality. So I would bring something back, but better yet, if you can go to a specialty store, like I did this time, and get something a little bit more artisanal, then it'll be even better. Like this is the one that I got from here, and you can tell, I can tell just by looking at it that it's a little better, and a taste test confirms that this is indeed tastier. Man, good palm sugar, and this isn't even pure, okay? This is not pure, but it's more pure. But good palm sugar should taste like candy in and of itself. It should taste like, you know, this is a thing that you can eat straight up. This is nothing specific, but I always like to walk down the aisle at the supermarket where all the sauces and curry pastes are and just look at what interests me that I can't get here. So for this trip, I got this Mega Chef oyster sauce, which I've heard lots of great things about after I did my oyster sauce review video. And I can't get that here, so I brought this all the way back. This is unfiltered fermented fish sauce or plara. It is like the much funkier sister of fish sauce, but it's very good. If you're a fan of funky food and you're an adventurous eater, you might want to get this and just experiment with it. It's really quite tasty actually. But if you're not into funky food, you may not want to take it. Cookware. If you've got room in your luggage, you might want to stop by a cookware store and just see what intrigues you. This brass wok is my favorite piece of cookware in my kitchen. Not because it's particularly useful, it's actually not that useful, but it's so beautiful. And also it reminds me, like I look at this and I think a Thai kitchen. This to me represents Thai kitchen. So I just love having it around just to remind me of Thailand. This is a brand new one that my dad gifted me this trip, so it's extra shiny. It's never been used. It's 11 inches, which is a good size. You might have to hunt for this a bit, but a good big cookware store should have it. Mortar and pestle. In Thailand, you're going to find these in every size, from tiny, teeny little baby one to enormous ones. Since you're traveling, you're probably gonna wanna bring back something on the small size. So this is a 4-inch one, 4-inch internal diameter anyway, and I think it's a good small size for little things like dipping sauce, crushing garlic, and whatnot. Not quite big enough for curry paste, but you know what? I use this guy all the time. Knickknacks, anything, little things. I mean, they're so light and cheap, just tuck it in corners of your luggage. Not the carry-on though. So this is an example of a small thing you might want to get. This is a rambutan seeding knife. Very specific, but you will find all sorts of great uses for a small pointy knife like this. You can get a Thai julienne peeler, which is super useful for shredding carrots for salads, for peeling decorative edges from cucumber or squash or potato. Super useful. I also like to have these bamboo sticky rice holder. These are not for steaming sticky rice, for holding sticky rice, but you know what I use it for? I use it to store my garlic and shallots, because it's perfect because it's dark but it's breathable, you know, so like it's the perfect place to store onions and garlic and things like that. Oh, also Thai spoons. You should bring back some Thai spoons. These are so useful. I have them in 2 sizes, one for my son and then one for adults, and great for soup, great for desserts, just great for all sorts of things. I never leave Thailand without some type of Thai scented body care products, namely Makrut Lime shampoo. This is in my luggage every single time. If you love the smell of Makrut Lime in your tom yum soup, try it in your hair. It's amazing. It smells like you're in a Thai spa. Makrut Lime traditionally has been used in hair care for hundreds of years, and people believe that it's supposed to slow down hair loss and, make it slow down graying and all sorts of things. I'm not saying that it works, but it smells really good. And actually, when I was a kid, if I ever got head lice, my nanny would use Makrut lime juice to wash the lice out of my hair. Again, I'm not saying it worked, I'm just saying it smells good. Thai herbal soaps. You can get herbal soaps scented with all sorts of things, but my favorite is jasmine rice scent. Now, I love the smell of a pot of jasmine rice cooking away, steaming the room, and now I can get it in the shower. I actually got this at the airport for 100 baht, which is not bad considering it was an airport shop. Finally, a bonus for those of you who stuck around to the end of the video. Krating Dang. Krating Dang is Thai for Red Bull. And if you didn't know, Red Bull was originated in Thailand. Now, I'm not a Red Bull drinker, but my husband is. And he tells me that the formula in Thailand is different from the one that's exported here to Canada. So it's not the same, and he likes this one better. So he brought back several of these. So FYI, in case you're a Red Bull drinker, it's different. Give it a try. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed a little souvenir from me from my trip to Thailand. If you've got any must-brings, either from Thailand or anywhere you travel to, share with us in the comments below. A special thanks to all of our Patreon members who help support the show. And thank you for watching. I will see you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ